Hey guys, Sentaro here, and let's go ahead and read Connected Hearts. I have no idea what this one's about, so we're just gonna go ahead and see what's going on. There's a lot of people lit up. Okay, start. An unknown place, full of faces that I can't identify. A tender smile directed at me. My lips say something that I cannot remember. I only know that it's different from silence. Then my vision gets covered by smoke. A part of me is incinerated. What a way to start out. Not my body, but my soul. Something was lost, without hope of ever coming back. And yet, I don't have the slightest idea about what it was. Huh. Oh. Is that supposed to be a bedroom? Is that what's going on? I suddenly open my eyes, completely confused. That strange dream forced me to wake up. I guess you could call it a nightmare, but it still doesn't feel right. It was different. Rather than a bad dream, I felt like I was watching a movie with characters, a climax, and an ending. However, there wasn't a beginning. Everything came out from nowhere, as if I had just missed the first act of a play. Sadly, just after waking up, I had already forgotten almost all of it. Only my confusion and interrupted sleep are evidence that it ever happened. It embarrassed me to confess it, but I was never good at remembering my dreams. Anyway, there's no point on thinking about it anymore. After taking a couple seconds to clear my mind, I lazily look at the clock. It says 6:58 in the morning. In just 2 minutes, the alarm will ring. I then let out a sigh, feeling relieved at waking up. I really hate that sound, but it is a necessary evil if I want to get to college on time. My apartment is completely silent. I'm the only resident, so if I want to hear some noise, I have to make it myself. Just a few months back, I lived with my parents, but I had to move when I got accepted into college. I don't really mind it. Actually, it is very comfortable. And I keep in touch with my old friends thanks to the internet. Without saying a word, I get prepared and go out to class. College is only one subway trip away. I chose to study visual arts. My parents are worried I'll never find a job, but at least I would like to try it, just because I like it. However, I should say that soon after my classes started, I got slightly disappointed. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought we were going to draw all day and learn about anatomy, different styles of shading, and other fun things. But it turns out there are plenty of theoretical classes like expressing our feelings, communication, history of the arts, and others. I don't regret it, but it's like a stain on your dreams. Anyway, I try not to think too much about it. Since the beginning, I knew it was going to be difficult, so a little more effort doesn't make much of a difference. Classes feel short today. I hear the teachers talk and take notes like every other time, but I can't stop thinking about that dream. I think about it while looking at my necklace, shaped like half a heart. I know somebody gave it to me long ago, but I can't remember who. I guess that's why I look at it, because both are lost from my memory. If I make a big effort, it seems I can remember a little bit of it, but it's like looking at a blurry picture. No matter how much I look at it from which angle, in the end, I can't make sense of it. It feels sour, but there's no other choice than to give up on it. By the time I had made up my mind, I'd already arrived home. Without paying attention, I opened the door and put down my bag at the entrance. I never expect any visitors, so there's no need to be tidy. That blurred vision, though. Then I turned on the computer and started watching an animated series. It may sound silly, I guess, but I like shows for kids quite a bit. Before I realize, it's already late. Lately, I feel days are much shorter, but I guess it's my own fault for having so many distractions. I should have dinner and call it a day. Ooh, it's just a phone. Pick it up. I'm ready to cook something when suddenly I hear the phone ringing. That's weird. I can't imagine who it would be at this hour, except for those annoying credit card sailors. Good evening. Hello, Mom. I didn't expect you to call. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. Classes are going fine. Not exactly what I expected, but I like them. Of course not. I'm taking care of what I eat. Yes, I also clean every week. Such a lie, man. Such a lie. So far, I haven't made any friends, but the course has just started. Yes, Mom. I'll keep that in mind. Good night. Say hi to Dad for me. I sigh just after hanging up. I just moved, and it seems that they are already missing me. But there was no other choice, as college is just too far from home. I loudly yawn. Suddenly, I feel very tired. Because of that dream, I couldn't sleep properly. I think it's better for me to go to bed now. I turn off the lights and lay down, pulling the blankets up to my chest. I then stare at the ceiling for unknown minutes until my eyes finally close. Darkness guides me towards a deep dream. I leave this world, submerging into another, one that exists only for me and only inside of me. A place filled with eternal calmness, where no worry or problem exists unless I want it. Just say unless I want it to, they put an extra word there. Or at least, that's how it should be. Surrounded by an endless white, in front of me, there's a woman showing me her back. Someone I had never seen before. Her hair is long and golden. She is unspeakably beautiful. Even without seeing her face, I could know it, or rather, feel it. Just looking at her back makes my heart jump and leave me breathless. It even seems like the air around her is filled with mysterious magic. It's not just a smell, but it is an energy that makes everything it touches more beautiful, as if nothing less than perfection was allowed before her. But who could such a person be? Why is she here? Hello? I ask in my confusion. At the same time, I extend a hand toward her, trying to get her attention, but of course, she can't see me. Gary? Yeah, that's my name. I pause and swallow some saliva. I'm very nervous for no reason. What is yours? The woman is slow to answer, as if she had forgotten her own name. Alice, she finally said with a soft voice. Don't you think it's a pretty name? Well, yeah. I feel stupid giving such a short answer, but then I remember there are far more important things to think about. I stare deeply at her, still enchanted by her beauty, and that round face, man. Alice? Yes? She answered, still showing her back to me. Well, obviously she's facing forward now, so I don't know. Why are you here? My heart stops for an instant after I say those words. I don't know the reason, if it was fear or anxiety, but without a doubt I was expecting something big. Are you part of my dream? I said after noticing she was taking too long to answer. She was doing it on purpose. I guess I am, or maybe you're part of mine. Her question left me incredulous. What did she mean by that? I'm sorry, I don't get it, I said while taking a step toward her. She shakes her head in denial. It doesn't matter, we are in the same dream. This dream is yours, but also mine. I can't say I fully understand what she meant. But even if we were in the same dream, someone must be the creator of this place, right? And in that case, you could say this dream would belong to that person. You forgot it so easily? Gary, you left me waiting all day, and the next day, and then the following one, until I had to come to you. Aren't you ashamed? My heart trembles after hearing those words. Suddenly, I feel chills run all over my spine. What is she talking about? I'm sorry, but I think you're mistaking me for someone else, I said shyly with a weak voice. I feel terribly guilty, but I had never seen her before in my life. She must be confusing me with someone else. That is, considering this isn't all just a weird dream. No, it is you who is confused. I know perfectly who you are. Actually, I know more about you than you do. After saying that, she suddenly shows me her hand, holding a necklace with the shape of half a heart. It's just like mine. The woman sounds slightly angry. Meanwhile, I couldn't be any more confused. My back feels cold, my hands are shaking, and my throat is dry. What? What are you saying? I finally muster up the courage to grab her by the shoulders. No, it wasn't bravery. I was dead curious. I wanted to know what she meant. Alice turns around, but before I could see her face, she transforms into black smoke. The smoke slips between my fingers, dissipating until it disappears. For an instant, I could feel her warmth and softness, the same feeling as that of caressing a human hand, the hand of a woman. That sensation burns into my fingers, leaving me astonished. My mind is blank. I forgot how to even breathe from surprise. What did I forget? I should be more interested in knowing who Alice is, but what really fills my mind is that question. It makes no sense. I suddenly groan for no reason. I feel like my head just got stabbed. Oh, dude, I don't think you'd be groaning from that. It's like if someone was hitting my skull from the inside, hanging my mind upside down until it drops all of my deepest memories. It sounds very painful. What did I forget? What could be so important? It is at that moment I suddenly open my eyes. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air. Then I set my hand on my forehead, feeling it covered in sweat. I quickly search for my necklace, finding it right where I left it. Then I look at the clock. It's 2:20 in the morning. There's still plenty of time before the sun comes out. I exhale, letting my anxiety go with my breath. This time, I won't be able to sleep again. I'm sure of that. Well, maybe this is a good opportunity to have dinner, I say to myself jokingly. I'm not really hungry, but maybe eating something could distract me from that dream. I had just put my feet on the floor when suddenly I heard someone ringing the bell at the door. Dude, it's like 2:20 in the morning. What the heck? I can't imagine who it could be at this hour. I barely get visitors in regular hours. I feel a chill run all over my spine. I wait a moment, hoping the visitor would get bored and leave. But after a while, it seems that wasn't going to happen. Finally, I sigh exasperately and resign myself to go and see who it is. As I walk towards the door, I can't stop thinking that this is too weird. I'm afraid I would be lying to say otherwise, but unless I go and check it, I'll never know what's going on. I swallow my saliva, feeling it bitter when I'm in front of the door. My heart beats so fast that I can feel it in my throat. Then I take a deep breath and prepare to look through the peephole of the door. It is at that moment that I can see a small envelope slide in from under the door. I almost jump from the shock when that happens. My eyes and mouth are wide open, showing my incredulity. I quickly open the door, finding nothing but empty air in the surroundings. There are no footprints or any other evidence of someone being there, other than the envelope. If it wasn't for it, I would think I'm still dreaming. Only this dream, instead of being mysterious and calm, felt more like a horror story. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and stop here for now though. And I'll go ahead and continue on with this later. It's been a long day, so until next time, I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.